So how to lead your internet marketing effort. Chances are you have a business or you're representing your business as the marketing coordinator, and how do you get off on the right foot? And so we've identified that at first you need to have a full evaluation on your website. Without that, if you don't really have a complete report in front of you of how you and your competitors are doing, then don't think about doing SEO. Audit and then target. And then everything hinges on locking in the keywords. Before you do that, nothing happens. Identify what your best ROI is. Now this is interesting. So SEO versus PPC. Based on budget, there's not a clear right answer on this. Because pay-per-click, depending on your budget, pay-per-click can cost different amounts of money for different things you're in. So say, for example, pay-per-click ads that show up on the top and the right-hand side. Let's say, for example, you sell pink polka-dotted widgets, right? How many folks are searching for those? None. So your pay-per-click can be dirt cheap, literally cents, right? And you can get thousands and thousands of clicks, and if anybody's searching for that, you're going to convert them. They're going to come to you, they're going to buy. Versus, let's say real estate is competitive and law is competitive. Those are the two most competitive areas. So your pay-per-click cost can be about 56 bucks a click. So do the math on that, right? You know, you get this $100 coupon in the mail from Google and you just turn on your pay-per-click and then you spend $200, $300, $500, $700 bucks and you're like, well, I think I'm getting clicks. Okay, well maybe you got 20, 30 clicks. Well, that's average conversion for pay-per-click. You didn't make a dime off of it. And so depending on your budget, if there's more budget, then you will have, no matter what, you'll do a complete SEM strategy where you'll be doing SEO to show up in the regular results and pay-per-click. But sometimes if not, most of the time it makes most sense to start off with SEO only, depending on what the budget is for ROI. And lastly, kick off the campaign and start off with a healthy slate. Phone analytics is something we very recently added. It applies, it doesn't always apply, keep that in mind, because for some businesses may have multiple locations. Depending on their phone system, it may not work out to put phone analytics. I'll cover this really quickly. The way phone analytics works is there's a script on the website that's physically applied to the site that says if the visitor came from a search engine, change the phone number to this. So a person visiting your website from the search engine sees a different phone number. And that's what tracks where they came from, how they got there, and can record the phone conversation as well. This is a la carte because it is definitely adjustable to how much phone volume you have and if it will work for your business or company based on locations and so forth. So this is a little joke here. What does it take to get to the top? He says, I'm sorry, but we've changed the algorithm. The guy says, do I get in? So hopefully, though, we're sharing enough with you today to keep an eye, not just today, but the years to come. So this is my favorite subject. What should you look for if you're getting SEO? If you're currently getting SEO or you're looking for SEO. Here's our process. First, we evaluate. You should have a report. Secondly, we like to go ahead and reveal everything we do. The reason why do we do that? Because it's so much work that it's really difficult to replicate. It's just a lot of work. I mean, we have very different focused areas in different departments, so it's very difficult to duplicate that. On top of that, we have resources. As an SEO company, we are members of different link exchange networks, and we know how to exchange with other websites out there to accumulate more links and how to manually use the resources we have to manually place more links out there on business directories, forums, social websites, other thematically related websites, and so forth. And lastly, the report. If you're getting a cryptic, automated report, this is what we see out there. I hate it. In the industry, what we see most often for a lot of prior sort of SEO attempts is a software automated run rankings report. And it's just really cryptic. You can't really compare what your month-to-month rankings are. It's just cryptic. You're not really sure how much the dial's being moved. So in your rankings report, as you can see a little bit, you should have a very easy comparison of month-to-month rankings for specific key phrases that you're focusing on that are actually being searched for. We have, once in a while we have somebody say, oh, I show up, for my business name. And you should show up first for your business name without doing any SEO. FYI, if you don't, then something is really wrong with your website. Then it's not even indexed. And lastly, a very visible report. And so I just want to show you guys real quick, I want to show you guys the evaluation we do. I mean, we do our homework, we do our research first, and this is out of the gate. This is complimentary. We do SEO evaluations, and this is what they look like. We show you what your page rank is. This particular one is a 0 out of 10. Usually the way we start out. It's okay. That's where we start out. It means you have a lot of momentum to gain. And then we show you where you stand for the main 4 areas. On-page optimization strength, you may have slapped some keywords on your site, but if it's not done right, we're going to give you a grade of 1 to 5. Content strength, quality of content and uniqueness of content, page by page. We look at your whole site, and we're going to give you a grade, 1 to 5. Backlink strength, we're going to show you how many backlinks you have and what the quality is, and we're going to give you a score of 0 to 5. And lastly, domain strength. That's the only area that you can't really affect too much, and that is how long you've been around. The longer you've been around, the more credit you can get. And it is a factor, but it is still a very minor factor, okay, of the top 100 factors. Do any of you guys know how old your domain name may need to be to really influence your overall ranking and popularity? Any ideas, any guesses? 10 years, yes. That's the right answer. Really, if your domain name is older than about 6-7 years now, we definitely see it push the dial a little bit. It's still a minor factor, but that's something you can't change. And that's why sometimes folks will purchase premium domains that are like 10 years old. But still, it's a minor factor. And you may not be able to purchase a premium domain that's the same name as your company, okay? But it's still very much a minor factor. And then we do the keyword research. So you can tell this takes us some time, right? This is all we manually do every single page. And these are the keyword search results. And this is how often these key terms are being searched and where you rank. So this particular site, no rankings, okay? And then we show you where you stack up amongst your competition. So we'll actually put in the top term that we think should be your focus term. Now, you guys know your business better than we do. But what we know, using our utilities, is how folks are searching to find you, which you may not be that familiar with how folks are searching to find you, what they're putting in the search engine. So we see what's being searched, and then we just make a recommendation that may very well change. And it shows you, this is cool. We show you how many backlinks your competitors have that are showing up on the first page of Google. Of course, the quality is a big factor on this, but we show you what their homepage is optimized for and how many backlinks they have. It's math, and everything is there. If you can't read it, neither can Google. So we can look at all of your information and your competitors' information. And lastly, we'll even show you everybody that links out there to your website and if that's a quality backlink or not. This is cut off, but down here we would even show you if it's anchor tagged. And lastly, this is cool. We will match you up and side by side with your competition and show you how well your competition ranks for those different areas, those different factors, which is why they're showing up on the first or second page of Google. And lastly, ranking examples. So we put the book together and we have a lot of different ranking examples in it from local, regional, national, and international campaigns. And we get this question a lot is, what kind of rankings should I realistically expect? How long is it going to take me to rank on the first and second page? And how long is it going to take for me to rank on for different key terms on the top pages? And if you're starting out from ground zero, you're a PR 0, usually we get really good traction around between month 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And at that point, you will begin to feel the difference. You're getting enough volume, enough traction into your website where you are noticing the phone calls and you're noticing the form submissions. Now, if you have been out there for a while and you have PageRank, a lot of websites start out with PageRank. You right now may look at your PageRank and you may be a PR3, PR4, but you don't show up for anything. And that's often the case too. And what that means is it's very good news for us because Google knows you're there. You're not optimized. You don't have backlinks that are targeting your keyword focus. So as soon as we do the work, you start seeing really quick traction. So we love those sites. But this is a comparison, and these are the results we see. This is a 12-month example, and this is a 6-month example. And we always see the same 6-month trends, whether it's a local account or a national account. This, as an example, is a site that already had some decent traction and heavily competitive, orthopedics, okay, medical. But then we made them #1 for many, many, many keywords. And that actually, I think, was a 50 or an 80 keyword campaign. But that's 12 months later. But we continued moving the dial month to month to month until we got them there, okay? And here's a 6-month example of a national outfit. And this is most often where we start. Nothing. And we show you where you rank in the top 100, top 10 pages. And that's usually where we rank. And then 6 months later, you can see the results in Google. First, second, third, fourth page rankings in Google. So as long as all of that work is being done month to month to month, we are seeing the same results in rankings across different campaigns, verticals, industries, different, regardless of how wide you're casting a net and whether your focus is local or broader.